The 5th annual edition of the Joy Awards, an award that spotlights outstanding achievement across music, television, and film, was live at Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. And while we had a look at the first batch of the fashions that we saw on the red carpet, there were still more looks that we needed to talk about. Now, while some of our favorite Arab celebrities and superstars came to turn heads in their grandeur and super intricate looks, others just missed the mark for me. So here are the top 10 Best on Worst Dress at the Joy Awards 2025. Take a look. First up on our best dress list, and starting out strong, we have the beautiful Yasmin Sabbah. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this black velvet off-the-shoulder long dress by Jean-Pierre Cowrie, and tonight she was styled by the amazing Carole Boo. And I just wouldn't be okay if I just did not talk about this look, just because I just really appreciated the innovation that went into the creation of this look. Now, while the style of the look and the fit of it was super, the thing that just really grabs my attention about this dress has to be the construction detailing that we see on the dress. I mean, this 3D floral detailing that we see on this dress was actually just carved out into this floral shape and individually stoned. And I just think that the artistry that just went into doing this just really deserves to be celebrated. Now, you can just definitely see how these floral shapes just added texture and visual interest to this dress. So even though this was a black dress in on itself, it just did not feel bland and empty. I also am just really loving the accessorizing that she has used in the styling of this look. I mean, the neck piece and the earrings just matching the stonework on the dress just really tied everything together, and for me that just made sense to me for sure. Once again, these Arab girlies are definitely showing us that black doesn't have to be boring in any shape or form, so this look by Yasmin definitely has to be a hot for me. Next up on our list, we have the gorgeous Farah Abdulaziz. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this white asymmetrical crepe long dress by Tony Ward Couture from their Fall Winter 2025 Ready to Wear collection. And what can I say? I absolutely did enjoy this look on her tonight for the red carpet. I mean, this look to me just felt super clean, it felt put together, it felt glamorous, and I just love how out of the box the design approach was for this look. Now, I love that we had this mesh bejeweled part of this look on one side, and I just love how this white crepe fabric just really slices across and drapes onto the floor. I think the execution of this very flowy silhouette was done really well, and I can really commend that. Now, I'm just really going to go on ahead and say that Tony Ward Couture is definitely one of those designers that just really creates beautiful dresses for like red carpet, and this dress right here is a perfect example of that, and I just really hope that I see more of their designs on the red carpet this award season. Now, I just love the way she has styled up this look. I mean, with her hair slicked back and the jewelries from Tiffany & Co. I think that this look just felt very pristine and put together overall. Overall, I think Farah just delivered a very glamorous look on this red carpet, so this look has to be a hot for me. Up next on our list, we have the Arab style icon Nora Nabil. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this silver to gold to green gradient beaded off the shoulder long dress by Labor Joycey, and tonight she was styled by the super talented Nadim Oliveira. And I mean, the fact definitely speaks for itself. She looks really rich, she looks really elegant, she looks really expensive, and this to me was the perfect pictorial representation of Arab money, because I mean, look at the material. Now, the one thing that just really draws me into this look was just the intricacies that we see behind the stoning of this dress. I mean, this all was all individually stoned to just create this gradient color transition, and I think it was just so beautiful to watch. I also am just really obsessed with the structure of this dress. I mean, there was just something very show-offy about this look, and I think it was so tastefully done. Now, the fit of this dress was on point, the color transition was top tier, the styling of the look with the matching purse, the earrings, the bracelet, the rings was just really impressive. Now, this diva definitely knows how to turn up the looks, so I'm really not shocked about this. So yeah, this look by Noha definitely has to be a hot for me. Next up on our list, we have the stunning Dina Elab. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this purple taffeta off-the-shoulder long dress by Aiden Fashion, and tonight she was styled by the amazing Cedric Haddad, and it was classic, it was beautiful, it was glamorous, and I was loving every single second of it. Now, the first thing that just really snatches my attention about this dress has to be the color of this dress. I mean, this was such a striking color to have on, especially up against this lavender carpet, and I just think she looks really beautiful in it. Now, the construction of this dress was beautiful. It was giving me that very fairy tale princess fantasy. The fit of the dress was also done to a T, and the design detailing that we see on this dress was executed so beautifully. I mean, I love the strap that just links the arm to the dress, and I also love that when we come below, we see that gathering into that V-shaped moment, and then how it just releases onto the ground. This look in itself just felt super elegant, and I absolutely was obsessed with it. Now, for styling, she has paired this look with emerald jewelries from Shobhar, and I think it just complemented this look even more. I really did enjoy this look by Dina tonight, so it is going to be a hot for me. Finally, on our best dress list, we have the effervescent beauty Hannah El Zahid, and for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this nude-toned strapless bejeweled long dress by Latilia Demia, and I just don't know what it is about this dress, but she was definitely selling the look to me, and guess what? I was buying every single second of it. Now, I normally would not love this type of dresses, but I just think what makes this one even stand out to me the more is that this was not a see-through dress. I mean, everything is just really opaque, and there was just a classiness about it that just really worked for me. I also was just loving the pattern of the stonework detailing that we see on this look. I mean, it had such a consistent pattern, and to me it just felt really symmetrical. Now, the dress fits nice, the imbued corset was doing what needed to be done, it was snatching her to perfection, and it just felt super glamorous, and I loved it. The hair tonight was amazing, the makeup was giving, and the styling to me just really takes the cake for me. Hannah definitely looks really pretty in this dress tonight, so this is absolutely going to be a hot for me. First up on our worst dress list, we have the beautiful Rana Rays. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this wine velvet strapless long dress by Hani El Behari, and tonight she was styled by the amazing Nora Rays, and I just did not like the concept of this dress, and I just did not feel like it came together really nicely for me on the red carpet tonight. Now, first of all, I just think that the top part of this dress was great and fitting. However, from the knee down was just an absolute no-no for me. I mean, just the addition of this pleated like fabric just did not look like it worked with the velvet. It just felt so out of place to me. There was a disconnect for me, and I just did not feel like it just formed a really cohesive look for sure. I also just did not love how the fabric just bunches up and gathers on the floor. The dragging of the fabric just made the dress feel bulky and heavy, and it just also took out points for me tonight. Overall, I'm a sucker for like mixing and matching of fabric textures, but I just did not feel like in this instant it works for me. So yeah, this look absolutely has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the gorgeous Yasmine Asthana. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this blue mesh see-through long dress by Nicholas Gebran, and tonight she was styled by the incredible Cedric Haddad. And I mean, it's a mesh see-through dress. Everyone really has one. It's been done 1,000 times now. It's been overdone. It's been overflogged. And that is just my issue with this dress for sure. I mean, it has just become so boring to behold, and I'm just really not gagging about that. I mean, there's just so many other routes we could have taken this dress in, just in terms of like the fabrication of the dress, and it just feels like we're stuck with this mesh type fabric. Also, I just did not like the stonework detailing that we see on the dress. That in itself just lacked consistency for me. I mean, it just felt like the midsection of the dress was heavily bejeweled, and then it starts to get really scanty everywhere else, and it just did not seem really balanced out to me for sure. Overall, a mesh type dress for a red carpet, groundbreaking. I'm kidding, it's not. So this has to be a chop for me. Up next on our list, we have the beauty goddess herself, Nareen. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this pale pink long dress by Dina Elab. And I really can't lie, she's gorgeous, she is beautiful. Well, I just feel like this dress in on itself just definitely did her a disservice on this red carpet tonight. I mean, the color just feels very pale up against her skin tone. I'm just missing that vibrancy, I'm missing the color, and she just seemed really washed out in this pale pink for sure. I also just wasn't really loving the length of the dress. It definitely should have been longer all the way to the floor, just because the way it just cuts her off doesn't seem very flattering, especially because she's a petite girly. I also just wasn't really in love with the back train of the dress. It just felt like an afterthought to me, just because the difference in the fabric was really just not working for me. Overall, the construction and the choice of color for this look just felt really wrong, so this look has to be a chop for me. Next up on our list, we have the damsel in brown Yara Mustafa. And for the Joy Awards 2025, she had on this brown, silky, structured long gown with a mini skirt by Rami Kadi. And I'm just really trying to get into this look just because this is something I've not really seen before on a red carpet. However, the big question will always be, was this a successful fashion experiment? I really don't think so. Now, first of all, this look just felt really wasteful to me because what's the essence of using all that fabric just to create this insanely long and droopy train and making her just wear a skirt inside the dress, rather than just using the rest of the fabric to just create like a fully realized classic dress? Now, that would have made more sense to me. I mean, the combination of the dress and the skirt just seemed really nice on paper, but in reality, this was giving me very club in the front and red carpet at the back, and I just found myself loving the dress more from the back, which just defeats the entire essence of the look, to be honest. So yeah, the elements of this look were just not mixing well together, so this is absolutely going to be a chop for me. Finally, on our worst dress list, I'm just going to give this spot to the incredible singer Alshami. And for the Joy Awards 2025, he had on this all-black ensemble. And while I loved myself and I found myself just really loving this look, especially the safety pin detailing that we see on the arm, as soon as I set my eyes on the foot area, I was like, absolutely not. I mean, no socks with those shoes was just a fashion crime to me at this point, and it just cancelled out the other good elements I really saw in this look. I mean, because this was a formal event, I just would have loved him to, give me like a button-up moment and even a tie, but none of that was given to me, even the lack of the socks. Now, one thing about the men is that they are going to absolutely play it safe, a little too safe for me, that it just becomes really unserious. So for that reason, this look has to be a chop for me. Alright guys, we have come to the ending of today's video. In today's video, I shared with you guys my top 10 best and worst dress at the Joy Awards. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up. It helps me a lot. And yeah, I will definitely be catching you guys in the next one. But for now, it is bye for now. Au revoir.